KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time for a look at the news for a Thursday. It's the 26th day of October for 2017. In the news today, the Amador County School Board reviewed the standardized test scores of the district students and approved the purchase of land adjacent to Sutter Creek Primary School at their meeting last night. The board reviewed test results from the current state standardized testing regime known as California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress. The results are mixed, with the district scores improving for each of the 3 years the current test system has been in effect, but a majority of students have not met state standards in either English or math. The Amador district lags in comparison to the state average, especially in the math section of the test. There's also a considerable score gap between students who come from economically disadvantaged homes and other students. The board also last night approved the purchase of a vacant property adjacent to Sutter Creek Primary School. The land is 1 acre in size and lies north of the campus next to Gopher Flat Road. The district has no immediate plans for developing the parcel, but it's the only undeveloped land near the school. The district will pay $200,000 for the parcel, paid for with fees collected from housing developments. And the report of a missing child had Amador County law enforcement on high alert yesterday afternoon. According to Under Sheriff Jim Wagner, about 3 o'clock, the sheriff's office received a telephone call from Pioneer Elementary School advising them that a 6-year-old boy was missing. The responding deputy arrived at the school and learned that the boy may have been picked up by his social worker, but school officials were uncertain and could not rule out that he walked away from campus. The social worker could not be reached by telephone, so the sheriff's office called for additional patrol personnel, the K-9 unit, members of Search and Rescue, as well as the Investigations Bureau. While search efforts were underway, the child was returned home by the social worker. Wagner says this incident was caused by a miscommunication and the child was never in danger. Well, recent opiate overdose training and a quick-thinking deputy proved invaluable Tuesday night. A few weeks ago, deputies and correctional officers working at the Amador Sheriff's Office received training on the use of Narcan nasal spray to save individuals believed to be suffering from an opiate overdose. According to the Sheriff's Office, around 11 o'clock Tuesday night, Sheriff's Dispatch received a 911 call from a business in Martell regarding an unconscious 22-year-old woman believed to be suffering from a heroin overdose. A patrol deputy was just minutes away from the call and found the woman on the bathroom floor adjacent to a hypodermic needle and a small bag of what appeared to be heroin. The deputy administered the Narcan, and the woman regained consciousness. The woman was taken to Sutter Amador for further treatment. The Sheriff's Office would like to highlight this incident as a reminder to all of the potentially deadly consequences of abusing drugs. Calaveras County Sheriff's detectives are asking for the public's help in identifying a person of interest. According to reports on Tuesday the 17th at about 9 p.m., Calaveras Sheriff's deputies responded to the report of an individual brought to Mark Twain Hospital. The individual was identified as 34-year-old Lloyd Corson. Corson was suffering from a serious injury and was transferred to an out-of-area trauma center. Investigators are seeking information related to the identity of the individual who delivered Corson to the emergency room. Surveillance video was obtained and shows a white adult female with blonde hair driving a lifted white pickup truck. The unidentified woman is then seen assisting Corson into the emergency room. Now, photos are posted on the KVGC Facebook page, and if you have any information about the incident or the identity of the unidentified female or vehicle, please contact the Calaveras County Sheriff's Department. Well, Valley Springs has its own traffic signal. The town's first signal, construction at the intersection of Highway 26 and Vista del Lago Drive, caps off a construction project that began in June. Originally, construction was supposed to be wrapped up by August, but issues with electricity delayed the signal's start date. The light is the result of a $1.4 million project constructed by George Reed Incorporated and was based on a recommendation from a 2010 Caltrans traffic investigation that identified areas with high collision concentration. And tickets are on sale now for Amador Arts Wine Fest. The annual wine tasting event is set for Saturday, November 11th in Sutter Creek. Check-in starts at the Sutter Creek Auditorium at 4 p.m. You'll receive your glass map and a wristband, and you can start bidding on silent auction items. And then at 4:30, you can begin tasting along Main Street until 7 o'clock. Over 25 Amador County wineries will be pouring in the unique shops along Main Street. After tasting, the auditorium will feature live music, dessert, after-dinner wines, and you can get in your final auction item bids. Advance tickets are $40. They can be ordered by using PayPal through AmadorArts.org, or you can buy them at the door for $45 the day of the event. And the flags flying over the Jackson Civic Center have been lowered to honor former Jackson City manager Mike Daly. Mike passed away peacefully Tuesday night after a long battle with a chronic medical condition. Mike served as Jackson City manager from 1999 until his retirement in April of this year. Daly was responsible for leading the city through the economic difficulties of the last recession and through numerous projects and events, including milestones like acquiring the Oro de Amador property and spearheading the financing and design of the ongoing upgrades to the wastewater treatment plant. Daly also established many economic development programs and spearheaded numerous projects that benefited the city of Jackson and its residents. Mike is survived by his wife Linda and daughters Megan and Sarah. And that's a look at local news on a Gold Country Thursday morning. From the KVGC News Center, I'm Jim Geedy reporting.